Greetings, everyone. Welcome to day 13 of the Master Your Life Masterclass. It's your body. It's your body, and you gotta care for it if you want it. Y'all know I can't sing. Anyway, yes, welcome to day number 1313. 1/13/2021. New year, new beginning, new you, new way, new information, new knowledge, new walk. That's what this represents. And it is your opportunity to master life through the information I'm sharing here with you. You can master life by mastering how you integrate into this vessel that allows you this phenomenal experience that we call life, this vehicle that carries your spirit. Such a wonderfully awesome thing. I'm going to do a little recap and also talk about a couple of things before we get into our normal flow. Today, I had a phenomenal session with some breath work during my Wednesday afternoon breath of fire circle, and wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Got some Kundalini energy spiraling in that process. Wasn't expecting that, but that's how it is when you're doing breath work. Stuff just moves and flows dynamically. Also, got a session coming up tomorrow, sexual health talk. I'll be sharing some information talking about herbs and nutrition and what have you for the reproductive system for both men and women. Talking about a few issues are concerns and also delving into intimacy with the couples, breath work, and some other things. I got a couple of guests. And also, if you have a question, if you're going to be there, I'll bring you on live so you can ask your question, be on the platform with me. That's tomorrow, 1/14/2021. And if this is a replay that you're watching, then go to that on my YouTube channel as well. And as far as the YouTube channel, like whatever video you happen to be watching. Well, sure, you're going to like it. I like what I'm doing. So there you go. And subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can catch what's coming next. Okay. Now, to the matter at hand, we've discussed the first two quadrants of the circadian rhythm known as the organ clock. For those of you who are on Facebook, you go to my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see live what I'm talking about. I'm going to put this up on my screen for those of you on YouTube. And here we go. We've been doing this for 12 days now. This is the 13th day, so we're in a flow. You should know about the organ clock. You should have created your own by now. How do you do that? If you have yet to do so, this is your refreshing reminder for you who have yet to hear this. This is your point of awareness. Ask your device. Remember, that's one of our mantras. Ask your device. Show me an organ clock. Once you see that, get yourself a piece of paper, get yourself a circular object, draw that circle, put the lines on there, create your clock. 12 2-hour segments. Each 2 hours is dedicated. It's a dedicated time frame for the energy of a given organ. And we're talking about what are the attributes of each of those organs. Because, of course, you want to master this body. So you want to have a bit of awareness about its parts. A bit. You don't need to know everything because your organs know more than you will ever know about what their job is and how to do it. My job here is to teach you how to work with that organ, how to give it what it needs so it can function optimally and respecting the time frame that it does that optimal work. So you be in alignment with your activity in regards to that. So let's go to the organ clock. Let me share my screen, pull that up. Remember, this is my hand drawn organ clock. I know I can do better and I will. Been promising that. And I'm going to get to it, y'all. Okay. So let me shrink this just a bit. Okay, first quadrant, large intestine, stomach, spleen. We dealt with that and all of the issues around how to keep those things functioning or optimally. I gave you some tips, activities, and so on. And I've kept them minimal because I don't want you to get overwhelmed in this process. I want you to commit yourself to taking action consistently. So, in order to do that, you have to adapt, and you have to adapt in a pace that will allow you to flow fluidly. Therefore, I've given certain tips. I'll reiterate them, and you'll hear this throughout. Lemon or lime water, your green smoothie, your fruit, and so on. Then we went into the second quadrant, which we completed yesterday. We talked about the heart, the small intestine, the bladder, how these organs function, and what are the best activities for them, and according to the time of the day and their optimal flow of energy. We talked about lunchtime. We talked about after lunchtime, what to do before, what to do after lunch, as far as how we consume water, and we're doing breath work and all of these good things. We talked about issues that impact these organs. I gave you a few tips on nutrients that address keeping them optimal. We talked about not only the heart, but the entire cardiovascular system from the standpoint that we mentioned the vessels, arteries, and veins. What keeps them supple? What keeps them a lot pliable and allowing them to expand and contract so that they don't become pressurized, and the pressure within and around becomes high because we don't want high blood pressure. Okay, we talked about what it takes to keep them clean and clear of different toxins and waste material and so on. Small intestines, we talked about the villi, how to keep that space clean so that our bodies can make those B vitamins that most people are commonly constantly deficient in for a number of reasons. One of them being plaque in the colon, not allowing the villi to be able to sustain that intestinal flora, that good bacteria, that gut flora that creates B vitamins. And I say B for brain because those B vitamins actually are energy for the brain. We talked about the bladder. Okay. Now, the flow of lunch, after lunch, you're drinking your egg or smoothie at this time frame between 3 and 5, you know, at least 2 hours after lunch and at least 1 hour before dinner, because the egg or smoothie is going to move through the stomach in 20 minutes and get into the small intestines and start clearing out a number of things to make sure that that intestinal flora is able to flourish. Now we're going to get into the kidneys. Now we know the bladder and the kidneys function together, right? We know after lunch, things are going to get moved through the stomach, and the fibrous material is going to go through the intestines and so on and so forth. And then we're going to have that liquid material. Some of it is going to go to the kidneys. Now, the kidneys are unique, and man, they are phenomenal. They house the energy for your ability to love. Can you believe that? They also house the energy for, it's either anger or frustration, depending upon where you're getting your information from. It's kind of, this, I don't know why this seems to teeter totter in my mind, um, as far as the kidney or the liver with the anger and the frustration. But they both correlate from the standpoint that they can cause you to be frightful. And we covered earlier that the energy of fear is associated with the bladder and then therefore the kidneys. Okay, so let me increase this so we can see what's up with the kidneys. What are we supposed to be doing in regards to the kidney? What are we to do between the hours of 5 and 7 p.m.? Okay, kidneys, turn my head sideways. Eat dinner between 5 and 7. That makes sense. You want to have finished eating your dinner by 7 p.m. when possible. That's going to allow for the digestive system to be fully activated and processing those nutrients out of the stomach 2 hours after dinner. So if you finish at 7, it's out of the stomach and into the small intestines at 9. If you go to sleep around 10, you have a nice restful sleep and your body is going to do what it's supposed to do. If you eat before 9 or 10 and you're going to bed right after you eat, that food is not going to serve you well. It's going to actually cause you some issues. You will get fat. You will have poor sleep. Okay? Now, what does it say about the kidneys? It says store energy. Then it has a question mark. Tired? It's asking you, are you tired? Then it says, question again. What did you spend your energy on? Did you put yourself first? When you put yourself first and you take care of yourself, you're in energetic alignment with sustaining your body and your energy stores. You're not wasting energy, spending it frivolously in stressful situations, running around doing what everybody else wants and not taking care of yourself. Remember, in the airplane, they tell you if the oxygen mask falls down, you put yours on first. You have to put yourself first because you can't take care of anybody if you're not functioning. And maintaining good kidney function allows you to take care of yourself and to share that love with others. Remember, I said kidney houses the energy for love. So you can't love on nobody until you love on yourself. Okay. Now let's change up a bit here. We're going to talk about certain aspects of kidney function. Because okay, now when you ask your device about the attributes of the kidney, look what pops up. All this kidney dialysis. What are the signs that something is wrong with the kidneys? Why is it that, you know, like a kidney damage and signs and wonders, disease and symptoms? The first thing that pops up is about a debilitated, dysfunctional, diseased kidney. Why can't we just go straight to the organ itself and how phenomenal it is? Because there's so much money being made in the medical industrial complex because of this organ, because we are drinking soda, milk, alcohol instead of good, clean water. Water flushes things out of the body. Water rinses things out of the body. When you eat food that is nourishing and cleansing, egg or smoothie, so on, it's like the lathering up process when you take a shower. Once you lather up, what do you want to do? You want to rinse all of this old skin and all of this gunk and dirt off of your body so that it doesn't dry and cake up. Same thing with the kidney. You need to drink water to rinse those things out, not only out of the kidney, but out of the digestive tract so that the organs are able to be hydrated, fully functional without being put upon by all of this stuff that is yet to move. Remember, you got to keep it moving, keep it going, keep it flowing. Hydration allows for that. So, if you feel the need to urinate more often, especially at night, this can be a sign of kidney disease. We talked about that as far as the bladder also. When the kidneys when the kidneys filters are damaged, it can cause an increase in the urge to urinate. Sometimes this can also be a sign of urinary tract infection or enlarged prostate in men. It talks about when you see blood in your urine. We're not going to go down too deep down that rabbit hole. Um, I've talked about the nourishing of the bladder and also the strengthening of the tissue that makes up the bladder. Same thing goes for the kidney. You need to mineralize your body. You need to take kelp. This is for all of your organs. Remember, anything you put in your mouth is going to affect everything in here, all the way down from toenail to hair follicle and hair. So everything needs minerals. When you exercise, when you work out, when you move, you go through your day to day and you have your daily activity, what's going on is you're actually burning nutrients. You're not just burning calories, you're burning nutrients, you're burning minerals. So you have to replace those things. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about the kidney and then we're going to move on. This is an interesting question. What does the kidney symbolize? Whoa, I haven't looked at this. The books of the Bible that follow the Pentateuch, never heard that word before, mostly in Jeremiah and Psalms, The human kidneys are cited figuratively as the site of temperament, emotions, prudence, vigor, and wisdom. The five instances that are mentioned as the organs examined by God to judge an individual. Whoa, that's powerful. That's a lot. So keep your kidneys straight so you can have all of this God given energy to do what you're supposed to do phenomenally and not be debilitated. Okay, now, what are the main roles of the kidneys? Remove waste products from the body, remove drugs from the body, balance the body's fluids, release hormones that regulate blood pressure, produce an active form of vitamin D that promotes strong, healthy bones. It says more items. Let's see what those are. Here we have the National Kidney Foundation. Let's see. Hold on. Control the production of red blood cells. Interesting. Now we know that the 3 points where the blood cells are created are the liver, the marrow, and the spleen. Kidneys actually control the production of red blood cells. If you want to know more about that, ask your device. How does kidney control the production of blood cells? You want to know? Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. I'm not the answer. I'm not the source. I'm the resource. I'm going to resource you over to there. All right. Now I'm going to stop sharing and what have you on that and say to you, you got this. You got this. You know where to find this information. You know how to use it. You know how to implement. You know how to go into action now. We're at day 13. 13 is a very lucky and powerful number. 1 and 3 equal 4. 4 is the number for diligence. So you know you're prepared. Do your due diligence. Use your organ clock. Ask your device what it is that you want to know. Act on that information. Get your nutrients. Cleanse your organs. Get the quality food that you need. We can look, if you want to know what are good foods for the kidney, ask your device. I'm not here to give you all of the answers. I'm here to show you how to find the answers so you can have not only the answers, you can share the information and share the process. My job is to get you to think differently, to learn how to educe knowledge and information into your brain, how to get information. Okay? Bring your highest self into form. Information. Let's get in alignment with our God self. Let's get this work in. Okay, quick sidebar. Well, commercial time. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, 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 share. You got to help folks help themselves. They're not going to do it unless you give them the information that will allow them to move in that direction. Also, toward the end of this series, there are going to be several offers for an upcoming masterclass that is going to be a paid masterclass where we go more in depth. We're going to have 4 specific points or topics that we're going to delve deeply into that are really going to allow you to master this thing called life in a very dynamic way. This is only the beginning. That course will be in February. Then also you'll get an offer as far as the certifications are concerned, and there's more material that's going to be coming. There's several ebooks that'll be coming up very soon. So be prepared to get that information and to move forward with it. I thank you humbly for this opportunity to serve.